Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV within the Final Fantasy Marathon, and in this episode I'll be continuing to complete side quests whilst completing high-end trials. So without further ado, let's get into it. So in the duty finder we have the Limitless Boo, Focus Fock and the Minstrel's Ballad, two extremes, and then the final boss extra there. So we're gonna see if we can get into these, and then we're just gonna get a quest done in the meantime. Oh, slow fix again, hello. Just gotta get all these quests done, get them out of the way, then we can do the Heaven's Ward post game. Because I don't know how much is left, but as I said before, it won't be too much before this game is fully and finally done. Because in true classic fashion I have cut this close to midnight, but I don't want to be too loud to take the piss, because my roommate next door is asleep, or at least trying to go to sleep, so I'm going to be a bit quieter. It's my bad for not coming on earlier, but it is what it is. Also, most of these are unlocking like extra trials and shit. Hello Scott, how are you? Hope you're good. Well, that's the raid. So yeah, we've got somehow Great Goobor. Yeah, I think this is to unlock loads of different trials and shit. Because I can only do 5 at once. I might do dungeons, then trials, then the raid. I think that might be how I do it. But it all goes down to how this is going to be done. So we've got multiple quests going around. I'm good. Well, I mean, I am aware that I have cut this quite late, but it is what it is. Oh, Y'shtola's here. Interesting. Just looking over at the blue force field that's over there. Do 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 do. The Stone Sky Sea is now available. The strange around can be accessed by speaking with the good lead adventure outside Idleshire. Oh, that is the wrong one. Oh, it's I see. Interesting. Right. We'll do that, then that. We're gonna go down here. There's so much we could potentially unlock as well. It is what it is, I don't really care. Yeah. Jesus fucking Christ. This like, I need to make sure I try not to get overwhelmed here. Right. That is what it is. This Alexander. I'm gonna assume so. Hang on, if we go down first. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go open up the rest of the map, shall we? And then the Great Google Library, I'm going to assume this will be something. Oh wow. Right, we're good. We've fully done the map. I need to make my way to the Great Google Library. Because there's so many different things that are going to open up. It's going to be an explosion that's going to overwhelm me, but of course once all of this is done, once the post game is done, FF14 is finally done. It's been a good ride though. I have enjoyed FF14. There could still be quite a bit left, but we'll see. You know, you're going to unlock harder extreme. There we are, yes. So as soon as I can have 5, I am going to withdraw, and I am going to add that to the list. Of course there's going to be a fuck ton of stuff that I can do around here. So if we look at achievements, there we go on battle, trials. So we've got Bismarck Extreme, Ravana Extreme, King Forden, yes. Defeat Sephiroth. Oh, that's Sephiroth's one of the 3 of the Warring Triad from FF6. Nidhogg in the Minstrel's Ballad, and then Sophia, who I'm going to guess is Goddess, and Zervan, who I'm going to guess is Demon. Anyway, hello Richard, and I'm streaming a bit late, I'm just going to get it in. Could do a bit more work, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to probably do like half an hour and then go to bed and wake up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. It's a very stupid idea, but I just don't care anymore, as you know. The sooner it's done the better at this point. I'm going to make sure I do enough, but it's just points where I just simply just can't be fucked. Anyway, there's that much shit going on. So we need to deliver it to Wedge. There's so much going on the screen right now. The right hand side is just festering with so much shit. Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm probably going to be knackered tomorrow, but it's my own fault. I should just aim to just go to bed early on a Sunday, because I have a 9 AM, so I'm going to be setting alarms between 7 to 8, having a shower at 8, then leaving at like 8:30, 20 to 9. I do it to myself every fucking time. Oh, the St. Mossian's Arboretum. So we're going to unlock this, are we? So I'm going to remove the Void Arc, and I'm going to put this in. The raid I'm going to probably try and do last. Yep. Oh, shit, I need to remove the Void Arc. It's just fucking, it's spaffed all over the screen, this. There's so much to do. So do that. Need to get to Azizlar, as well as Somal. Probably unlock all like the hard versions of probably all of the main story dungeons. This Great Google Library we've got for now. There's going to be more because there's nowhere near as much. But yeah, I'm going to assume this is Alexander down here. It looks like it could be Alexander, but who knows? There you go, mate. The Fist of the Father. Gordius can be accessed via the entrance in the Maker's Quarter. Normal raids, so you've got Alexander. As I will do raids last, I think. So I need to get to Somal, probably unlock the thingy here, and then I'll knock off Forden's Reign. I said I'll do dungeons, then high-end trials, then raids. Because the Moogle quests I cannot do because my character is the wrong proficiency. Hello Vidofnir. It is what it is. Yep, there we are, that's what I thought. Jesus Christ. There's so much going on. Right, so we can go to Azizlar. Is there anything in Kurthus first? Nope. Thing is, all these quests have kind of overridden a lot of the other like side quests I mean, most of the ones now are just trials. Anyway, there's also going to the Ardashir, Geralt. Right. Well, okay, fair enough. The fabled Azizlar. I've heard stories, but who would believe such a technological marvel could exist, and floating in the sky at that? If only my master could see me now. But this is not the time for gawping. Come, let us begin our work on the anima weapon. Brilliant. I wonder what's going to happen here. A new saga begins. Let me see how long the anima weapon. Oh god. Let's have a look. Oh, I see. Do 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 do. I see. And a journal. Fuck me. Oh yeah, speak with Wedge at the Ferrochemical Research Facility. Oh hang on, no, I need to see. Yeah, right, yeah, it's just right next to it. Let's go. I mean, there's nothing much I can do now for the duties, just have to hope that I get in. Probably doing it earlier than close to midnight on a European server is probably best, let's face it. But you know the drill. Are there any others? So trial, main, trial, trial. So you have 7 trials, could be 8 after, get this. So I'm just going to have to continue the main story. There are actually, I did all the side quests yesterday that were side quests. These are all unlocking trials now, see? You know. Oh, there you are, Amir. I've been waiting for you. And so has an old friend of ours. You remember Gilly, don't you? I was feeling awfully lonely without her, so I snuck out the back door when the chief wasn't looking. But look at her now. System's down, no power to utter even a single blip. Doesn't it just break your heart, Aramir? Left alone in this wasteland for thousands of years, just waiting for someone to help. And as soon as she's done her duty, clunk, tossed to the side like a rusty old suit of armour. Well, I won't stand it. We won't stand for it. I'm going to bring Gilly back to life, and you're going to help me. Okay. Maybe this is a side quest. If so, this will be the last one. I mean, that dungeon over there is going to be interesting. It's a very cool area. It's ridiculous. The fractal continuum. Oh well, brilliant. What do we knock off next? Fock asked Fock. There is now I've got there's nothing else I can do now. There's 8 trials, so I just need to continue the main story and hope that I pull in, but I don't think I'm going to pull in today. It looks as though it's probably best to try and do this from tomorrow, like earlier, as I said, not fucking midnight, because it is a European server. Fuck knows how many people are even bothered to be on. But yeah. I need to go to the Congregation of the Knights Most Heavenly. Where is the... Oh yeah, no, ignore me. But that many trials that have popped up. I hope there's not too many more side quests that decide to rear their ugly heads, because it's going to be too much. I need to make sure I load into all the trials before I end this, but it should be fine. The Lord Commander is within. Play proceed, sir.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I, too, had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited. Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number questioned our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
But now Astinian has become Nidhogg. It's going to be difficult.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Shrine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
I mean, it's just looking like...
You would speak with the Dauphnir, then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor?
I'm guessing he's going to give the nod of encouragement. There we go. That's our Aramir.
Thank you, my friends.
No problem, mate.
Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
As I said, I think there's 43 quests in the Heaven's Ward post game. So this is the first one.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair?
Is that Halion art
the
there?
Truth and decry its speakers.
Or the other brother? Don't remember the name.
And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens.
Oh What is that? The Airy?
Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength.
Poor Estinian.
Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph. As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
Because I thought that Estinian would fuck up, but he didn't really fuck up. You can't really blame him for getting controlled by Nidhogg. You know, he grabbed both eyes. He was happy to see that we'd defeated Forden, and then Nidhogg went, snapped the opportunity while he was just complacent for just a few seconds. I know little of the lands these dragons call home. This annexed shrine. Had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. I confess, I myself once shuddered at the thought of it, yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? But ere we set forth, Aramir and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. Very well, I shall see to my preparations. Then let us go bid farewell to Tataru, Aramir. It's a good thing she's not far, innit? I need to get these quests on the top anyway. So, what was your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. A diplomatic mission to annex Shrine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. But should your meeting with Enofnir happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Shishtola in Idleshire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragons is terribly important and everything, but this scholar just happens to be. Time permitting, as I said, we shall endeavour to join Y'shtola, but if we cannot, pray pass on our regards. Let us be off, Aramir. We have kept the first commander waiting too long enough. So I've got to assume that, you know, do this little bit, a few quests, then we're gonna maybe find Ida and Papalimo. That leaves Minfilia and Thancred, because I think Flamin was included in that as well. You are ready then? Good, so am I. The path is long but known to us. From Falcon's Nest we shall cross the western highlands and make for Tailfeather and the Dravanian Forelands. There we can stop to rest and replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await. We're going to Tailfeather. Oh, somehow hard. Right, that's one. That's one of the 8 we have. That's perfect timing. Okay, funky music. Is that like some fat Ochu type thing? Some fat Ochu. Oh, we've got a bruiser, look at him. Alright, oh well, clearly that's the small character there. Well, I'm an elf, so I have to be tall. Nesting Anzu. I don't think there'll be many item level restrictions now on equipment. So I can fully utilise everything I have. So we have an Avalaphian Vulture and a Avalaphian Vulture and a Nesting Anzu. So there's 6 things. Oh, so it's going to be clear an area, defeat a boss, clear an area, defeat a boss, clear an area, defeat a boss. And sometimes the dungeon layout slightly changes. There we are. Oh yeah, no. Definitely changes. It's called a Chichu. That is one Chungus Ochu. What? That is ugly. Jesus Christ. I didn't think you'd get worse than a Marlboro, but apparently you can. That is one ugly motherfucker. What on earth is that? And we have a random bear. That's one fat motherfucker. I guess it is susceptible to fire damage at least. So you got the veins and the heart. So of course this is actually, as I said, this was my favourite part of A Realm Reborn, doing all of the bonus stuff. Like for me, the Realm Reborn post game was better than the main game. The main game was good, but you could tell that like a lot of the ideas they presented were still early stage in the MMO. But by A Realm Reborn post game, since then this game has been so good. Heaven's Ward as a DLC was very good. Had some sad moments in it, which it didn't bother delving into much in A Realm Reborn, and I imagine in the subsequent DLCs it doesn't really get any better. It probably gets worse and much more sad, to be fair. And you fat bastard, come to me. Come attack me. Oi. Oh, that's some like bad breath. It's like a Marlboro and O2 mixed together. I mean, an O2 is basically a Marlboro, but it's like the FF1 version. You don't really see an O2 much. I know he's in 8. But yeah. Flare. Oh god, we've started to get to the point so we can use flare. These chunky motherfuckers. Oi. Provoke you, bitch. Fire free, of course. Fire Arga. Very nice. Right, we're making it to the veins. So we've got Miu Brando, Naup, and May Hephaestus. The Leighton Ward. Are we ready? My guy's looking like a Bulbasaur. What's this? It's like it's if Bulbasaur was a rock type. What the fuck? It's got some goofy ass enemies in here. This place was filled with dragons. Now these fucking goofy ass enemies have taken it over. Dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna assume this is based on the Ultimecia boss fight in FF8. This tune in the background, because it sounds like the bit that goes do 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 do, but it doesn't do that. And is that Fire 4? That's Fire Raja. It's not often you get 4th tier spells in Final Fantasy, but there we are. Excretion. What are you excreting exactly? Dun, 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 dun. Right, set up a wall. Whee! Yeah, doing my job as a tank, what can I say? Soaking in all that damage. I didn't actually do that much damage. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oi! Come here. Are you just gonna ignore me, yeah? Ouch. Heal me. That's quite a chungus move, to be fair. There we are. Right, anyway, goodbye, mate. Nice knowing your pal. Ooh. It's got the blue crypt, the veins, and the fever. So this is like going under somehow when we used to go over. You know, this is the Hropken with some opkins. So these were in the churning mists, but these have clearly decided to go down. You know, that's actually really good. They're all, I think they're all attacking me. Let's move. Yeah, they are. Nice. Perfect tank disposition. Piss off, mate. We've got a difflusia, or difflusia, however you want to pronounce it. Diff, tank diff. Oh, hello, cheeky. I mean, most of these look like they're susceptible to fire. This probably thunder, but he's just going for fire auger anyway because he's an absolute madman. Have we got... Oh wait, is it 2 magic-based DPSs? Yeah, it is. I didn't even realise that. Got Avalathian Ogre Bomb. Another Difflusia. Yeah, whatever the fuck that goofy prick is over there. That's the next boss. Got a worm over there. Fantastic. It annoys me to say that worms are a classic enemy in FF, but it's a never worm. Hello. Oh Jesus Christ, of course. Of course. That's it, all attack me. All together now. Do some AoE Phi Raja shit and then we're good. Nah, they're all gonna die anyway. It's fair, 2 mage based DPS is working. Oh, I see. Right, you over here. That's it, good. Good. Kill him. Kill him now. The Gowrow. Let's kill a croc. That's Spider-Man, mate. Fair, making like a muscular crocodile shows you actually how close they really are to dinosaurs. No need for that, is there? Oh, he's glowing. Attack me, damn it. I'm the tank. I have 14k health. No, 12.9 for a mage-based DPS is ridiculous. They must have some good equipment. Dancing in the moonlight. To be fair, when I didn't know what I was doing getting like the bonus armour and shit at the start of A Realm Reborn post-game, like when I faced King Moogle mobs, like the DPSs were having more health, and I was like, how is that happening then? But of course now, much more up to scratch with that shit. I would use berserk, but I don't think there's really any need to. Plus, if I get really low, I can just use, is it Thrill of Battle? Yeah. Oi! Killed you with tomahawk chop. Decent stuff there, to be fair. Well, here in the heart. Is that a chimera? No, it's a clay golem. Interesting. These ones don't look like Bulbasaur. These are Jack Geodudes now. You come attack me, you bitch. That's it. That's what I thought. Look at that. Slip through. The blood of the mountain and lava crabs. Then we've got some like either a naga. I guess a male is a naga, a female is a lamia. I'm just jamming to this music. We've got... Oh, we've just got an extra Anala this time, but we're good. They're all behaving themselves and attacking me anyway. Actually no, there was 2 crabs last month, there's only 1 crab this time, there's 1 extra blood. Oh Jesus, what on earth is that? And it burns, 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 the burning ring of fire. Yeah, this is definitely built for magic-based builds. Maybe that's what's going on here. These guys look like they've played this game for many hours. I could be wrong though. They might just be good, and I'm giving them an over-exemplified compliment there, but... '90, '76, yeah, I thought as much. The 90 and 76 have been playing this. Like the 90, I could tell, you know, they've probably got near enough, well at least, probably 2 different tanks, 2 different healers, probably like 2 magic base DPS and 2 melee DPS, or maybe one magic, 1 melee and 1 ranged melee, all that stuff up to level 90, and then they go to specific dungeons for each one. Oh hello, I'm a crab. Scorpion. Sidequests is going to work wonders on this bitch. So I expect to see a lot of Blissarger. Did he just go to you? Fire 4? Fire 3? What are you doing? Surely not. Get rid of the ads. Why is the ad attacking them? That's it. That's it. Blissarger. That's more like it. So now we remove Somal from the search list, and then we put Fock back in. So there's 3 dungeons, 3 trials, and 2 raids. That one. Oof. Don't see elemental dungeons often. I do like the fiery ones, always have done. So in Pokemon I always choose fire types. Killed. Right, I'll provoke you, make sure for this last little bit you're coming after me. Why have you changed? Fuck you. I'm burning. Do 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 do. There we go. That died like a boss from Super Mario Galaxy because it exploded in a similar manner. I have to make a little screech. Oh, that's just a random piece of bollocks for you. Didn't really want those trousers of mending, but you know, got them now. Do 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 do. I like how Vidofnir is here for this, but Vidofnir is also not going to be here at the same time. But it is what it is. Right, I'll see you in a sec, mate. That's a nice theme, that. Like that. Right, Duty Finder. Off your pop, motherfucker. See if we get at least one more today. No, nothing ever lasts forever, no. 1 minute you're here, then the next you're gone. So I respect you all. Oh, it's the fractal continuum. Right, this is exactly how I want it to go. I'm glad it has. Kind of like this. DPS, don't you fucking pull out DPS. Healers get all the stick, but it's you DPS motherfuckers that really... Come on. They've literally got a minute, so I'm gonna wait here. Come on, what are we waiting for? Let's see. I'll do this one, I'll continue the story for a bit, and I'll continue with these dungeons at a later date. Let's go. Hey. Hi. Is that a Medusa Ahriman? That's interesting. Oh, we've got a Lalafell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Fuck me. Oh, this is gonna be AIDS. I bet this is huge. This takes like half an hour. It's a good thing I'm only going to be doing this one, but Jesus. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, wait, wait. Oh, there we go. Clockwork Soldier. Oh, this is like, what are the fucking ancient dickheads called from the end of the first world of FF5? Fuck. It's like, not Ronsos, that's 10. They look like these rock guys, because it's where the earth crystal is, so it makes sense, but it's like these rock soldiers. Fuck are they called? Fuck's sake. It's quite clever that they put them in the history gallery, because of course they're ancient thingies and that. Yeah. That's what I thought, bitch. Attack me. Again, I'll just head bop him. You literally, like, Square Enix just never fucking miss with their music for Final Fantasy. It's ridiculous. Even some of the more minor series, it still slaps. A pugilist. Well, mannequins, of course. When was the last time mannequins were in it? I mean, they're in 4. I'm not even going to bother trying to work it out. It doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, hello. And you say you're mannequins, but are you really? You look quite realistic to me. Not really mannequins. So we've got a guy with a scythe. I can respect that. And that's a collapsible scythe. It's like the collapsible axe. Phantom Ray. Oh, hello. It's Gilgamesh. Yeah, it is. It's kind of. I guess it's kind of reference to that dungeon. I don't remember what the ship's called in FF5 soon. Yeah. It's where you face the Archeo Avis. Yes, I know, I'm a nerd, I don't really care to be. To be fair, FF5 has one of the weakest boss fight themes, I would say. But my fucking god are some of them difficult. The reason why FF5 was not released in the West is because Americans are pussies, and they would have probably had to have ridiculously nerfed the original game, because like the GBA version is still difficult, but nowhere near as difficult as the SNES version. Like if I was playing both, I can tell a difference. Like the original SNES, that is just simply a fan-made translation into English from Japanese, is ridiculous in some points. And then XIV, it's just fucking some of the hardest fights. I accidentally jumped there, that was a great idea. Get your goofy ass Gilgamesh bitch ass out of here. Goodbye, mate. Clear the soldiery gallery. Oh, is that, that's the race that, Ishtola is, I don't know what that is, isn't it? Oh, hello! A Shabti. It's like some goofy Egyptian cat. And then Empus. Oh, these Empus are back, are they? Scattered all around Azizlar. I like how it was called the History Gallery when this is literally 5,000 years old, but, you know, it is what it is. The upper epsilons of society, or echelons. Take your pick. Ixalian. Ixali. One Ixalian. And I'm not liking these goofy look at them, what they called a flawless Naga. Now you look like Medusa with a beholder. Very weird. They're not beholder, fucking Ahriman. Thing is, like, the marathon's gone on for so long that, you know, it makes me forget just when I did some of the Final Fantasies. You know, it's been so long. You know, I get to revisit some of my favourite classic ones again, but now it's got to the point where I've got to play this for the first time, and I definitely don't regret doing the marathon now. Oh, hello. You're a flawless chimera, are you? Well, I mean, with that damage, I'd be inclined to agree, mate. They get stunned for a second. Holy shit. High level incubation bay. The Minotaur, of course. I was waiting for this bitch to be in it. It'd have been quite cool if you had the Minotaur brothers, but... Hello. $11-ton swipe. That is from FF8, right? You just got fucked. Disorienting groan, oh fantastic. What's that 1092 green spark damage? Oi! Fuck you, come here. But yeah, this is a very classic dungeon, I like this. There's classic enemies, Chimera, Minotaur. You know, the idea of the Minotaur and the Labyrinth dates back to like the Shakespearean days. But a Labyrinth was originally just based and formed off of the idea of like a garden maze, apparently. That's what I learned anyway. It's a little boring, interesting, well, and uninteresting fact for you. You get to feast off of the shabty. Can't be having that one. Nope, you don't get to feast, mate. Is that a sickle? No. Oh, it is a sickle. Ow! How the fuck was I in range for that? Oh, piss off, mate. 90, 75, 68. So I'm with all DLC folk now. English, is that Dutch? You got French and Japanese as well. Well, of course Japanese, but I believe I thought what it was. I think it's Italy. So it's Italians that will be able to have subtitles for the first time in FF16. I think it's random, but of course that's probably big for them. So you activate the violet control unit, the crimson control unit, and the whatever else unit. So it was 9 thingies, but there's still only 3 bosses clearly. But there's going to be like 3 different waves. I assume so. Oh my god! Do you want any more enemies? Yeah. Right, AOE's everyone, AOE's. Let's do this one. Immortalised Colossus and Clockwork Predators. Right, we'll get rid of the Colossus first. Of course, Iron Giant, classic endgame enemy. In it since FF2 was a, not a super boss, but a boss in FF2 final dungeon. You had like the red one as well. What the fuck is that? Oh, of course you'd fully resist a stun. I'm not actually surprised. Did you get out in time? Oh, dead. Reality Augmentation Day. That's an interesting name, isn't it? What the fuck am I doing? Just monging out there. Holding up everyone else. Retooled enforcement droid. You idiot, you've got... Drawn them all towards you now, twat. That's why I go in first as the tank. Do So what's going on? Am I not allowed to move? I was binded, I was going to say. Get rid of this, then we'll deal with the insectors, because fuck the insectors for now. It's easy to avoid, it's fine. Fuck you. Goodbye. It's a sphinx. Defeat the curator. Let's go. Do. 21, can you do something for me? Ooh, clockwork alarm. That's not my job, I'm the tank. Got to keep the boss off you. A theorochemical explosion, fantastic. And what has that done exactly? Don't come close. Oof. The educator. Clockwork alarm. Hour and 9, not too bad to be fair. Which is nearly dead now anyway. Dun, 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 dun. You're a shit boss, mate. Get fucked. Weren't even challenging. Do 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 do. I always imagined the first time I set foot upon Dravanian soil would be at the head of an army, and here I am, ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past. Though it was I who first proposed recruiting Assail to our cause, I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands, men, women, children, all slain in the name of the implacable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in common cause. At our side she fought in service to that greater good, even unto her dying breath, and while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul, who dreamt of peace. You ask much, Master Alphino, yet who can say what might come to pass, should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, yes, of course, we must press on to Annex Trine, if you will follow me. Of course, Vidofnir, you know, I've dealt with Somal for him, you know, I'm going to speak to him here. Easy. I could try and get another dungeon done, but if the waiting times do end up being awkward, then it's not worth it. Are you on the top of Annex Trine, lad? Let's have a look. Vidofnir is usually down, but, you know. Oh, she's chilling. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Assail, but this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honour to meet you, Vidofnir. I am come as an envoy of Sir Aymeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame we long believed your kin to be the architects of this war. But now we know the truth, that King Forden and his knights 12 did wilfully betray and murder the great worm Ratatoska, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare by the warrior of light, the Azure Dragoon and Assail. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labour to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Assail once did, and we must make that dream a reality, as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request, knight. However, I cannot give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Naf grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Ah, fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon? My humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I'm surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Sharlayan. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even with such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than a 1,000-year war, one which our friends gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alphino. I only hope the fates will not hold you to your word. She's gonna talk to all the other dragons, see what's going on. You know, all the So it would seem we have the time to greet this scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Minfilia and Thancred. I can only assume she is privy to some investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with Ishtola in Idleshire. Before we do that though, I'm just going to open up the rest of the map. I think this is the last one to do now anyway. Because did I do Sea of Clouds in the end? I think I did, didn't I? Because there are a few things to do in the Sea of Clouds, but tiny amount of quests left to do is fine. Oh, idiot, it's up here, isn't it? Have to worry about that. Bom 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 bom. So some floating. Well, it won't be floating, it'll just be inside the mountains. Yippee-ki-yay! Yippee-ki-yo! Before we do that, we're going to go to the Etherochemical Research Facility. Hand in this, and of course there's going to be three. No, hang on. How much is left? 7's left, right? Let's have a look. One, two, three. Oh no, 6. So we've got. We've got 2 of each now, haven't we? Oh no, we've got... Oh no, there are 7, ignore me. Well, that map's been completed as well. Curthus is also done, isn't it? Yep. The Fallen's are now done. Got the Churning Mists done. Yeah, they're all done. It's cool. So I mean, I guess you're gonna have to face the the Warring Triad at some point in this post game. That will not surprise me. Such a ball ache to make it back, Jesus. Yeah. Done. I know that we are upside down. They're all fucking there. Yeah, 7 left, but maybe too much more before I end today. Actually, Ishtola was oh, she was gazing off, but she's here now. Hamid, it's good to see you. I confess, I had assumed your business in Alexström would detain you longer. Did your meeting with Vidofnir go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss Sir Americ's proposal with Horace Felger, of course, but she seems amenable to the suggestion. What of the Charlian guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained to you that you would be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Front Bridge. We should be on our way. Do 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 do. Right. Do 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 do. It's a Lalafell.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Oh, it's Kryl. Hello.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryl, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir.
A nod of affection. Yes, is that what's going to happen?
And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
Miss Kryl and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies. Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryl.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking.
She's just mugged him off. So you can tell, even though he has these very good social skills, she's just...
Nymphilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
Calm down, lad.
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best you explain your plan to her in person.
Nod. The signature nod. Bum 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 bum. Probably do this and then it'll be hour and a half, yes? Hour 25, so yeah. Do this, then we'll get the next one going and then boom. It will be quite cutscene heavy for a few of the quests, so I need to try and time it with whatever I'm doing. Of course, if I get a trial clicked in scene, then you know. You did say we were headed for a cave, did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? We'll show you, love, we'll show you. I've heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, others less so. Rest assured they are all true. This way, and have care where you tread.
Oh, is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Cryle, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Oh, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Oh, she has the echo.
You too possess the echo.
Well, yes, of course I do.
What do you mean, of course you do? It's not exactly...
Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
To be fair, Minfilia did mention Cryle quite a bit.
No idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the seventh dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it.
Imagine if you get to fight
focus my ability
Astos, that would be quite cool.
one of the missing signs.
That would be a good FF1 reference if you face Astos.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
So Crystal Eye, of course, is what you need in FF1.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul, their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya.
Proceeds to drop it and break the most valuable source of echo within an object
Then
in the
let us
world.
begin.
Good thing I'm doing this to cap off the stream now, because I could end up getting a trial in between this cutscene, so I'll get it done now and then we go from there.
From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Son Ar.
How the fuck has he got there?
But he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
You're not going to thank Matoya? Nah, that's fine, it's just a little continuity error there. Right then, so thank you for watching this episode of my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV within the Final Fantasy Marathon, and in tomorrow's episode I'll be continuing the post-game story where I attempt to find Thancred, and then once that is done, in between doing that I will be doing the high-end trials, the dungeons, and possibly the raids. There's only 5 of these left, so we will see. But until then, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.